Best 10 Horror Series on Netflix. Hello and welcome to MoGame channel. Since streaming sites became a thing, audiences know the best shows are always available somewhere. As one of the most famous streaming services, Netflix has a catalog that's deep and wide. Horror fans with Netflix will be happy to know that this streaming service has a lot of excellent options for them to binge watch or take in at their leisure. Here are the best 10 horror series on Netflix you need to watch. So, enjoy the video.
Creating this archive, putting this puzzle together, well, it would mean the world to everyone who lost someone in that fire.
Number 10. The Midnight Club. The Midnight Club is an American horror mystery thriller streaming television series created by Mike Flanagan and Leah Fong. Set in the 90s, The Midnight Club follows a group of terminally ill teenagers living in a hospice and their secret meeting where they tell each other horror stories. Slowly and steadily, their reality starts to mix with their stories when Ilanka, the newest group member, pokes into the mysteries underlying the haunted Brightcliff Hospice. Based on Christopher Pike's book, The Midnight Club is Mike Flanagan's softest series, less overtly frightening than Bly Manor or Midnight Massachusetts. However, this YA series compensates with its incredibly emotional tale of mystery, sickness, and death. This series got a 6.5 rating on IMDb. It premiered on Netflix on October 7, 2022. Number 9. Creeped Out. Creeped Out is an anthology horror television series created by Bede Blake and Robert Butler as a co-production between CBBC Productions and DHX Media. This anthology features 23 different narratives, all connected by the Curious, a supernatural masked character who appears at the beginning and end of every episode, framing each tale with his disturbing whistle. As a UK production, Creeped Out hasn't gotten the international praise it deserves. However, it has won BAFTAs and other awards for young audiences. It may not be the scariest show on Netflix, but it's a great example of children's horror that all ages can enjoy. This series got a 6.6 rating on IMDb. It premiered in the United Kingdom on CBBC on October 31, 2017. In the United States, the show was released as a Netflix original series. Number 8. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities is a horror anthology streaming television series created by Guillermo del Toro for Netflix. Cabinet of Curiosities is an anthology inspired by short stories written by del Toro himself, as well as other famous dark fantasy and horror authors like Emily Carroll and Michael Shea. Every episode features a different story, hosted by del Toro, delving into both pure supernatural horror with occasional digressions into dark comedy. Del Toro's work never disappoints, and Cabinet of Curiosities features an array of gothic masterpieces. Del Toro's horror is spooky enough to keep the viewer's morbid curiosity entertained, but every story also includes a compelling narrative. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities isn't just about being scary, it's about right and wrong in an unreliable, unjust world. This series got a 7.0 rating on IMDb. It premiered on October 25, 2022, and received generally positive reviews. Number 7. Brand New Cherry Flavor. Brand New Cherry Flavor is an American horror drama streaming television limited series created by Nick Antosca and Lenore Zion, based on the novel of the same name by Todd Grimson. In Brand New Cherry Flavor, when Lisa Nova arrives in LA ready to start her career as a director, a powerful producer stabs her in the back. Things take a sinister turn when she tries to take magical revenge on the man. What follows is an acid trip full of bizarre moments and disturbing creatures. Since its premiere, Brand New Cherry Flavor has trended on social media thanks to its bizarre aesthetic. Many of its surreal scenes make no sense or only follow a confusing internal logic. It's great for fans of trippy horror films like Beyond the Black Rainbow and Mandy, though. This series got a 7.1 rating on IMDb. It premiered on Netflix on August 14, 2021.
All I wanted to do was make a movie.
Number 6. Archive 81. Archive 81 is an American supernatural horror streaming television series developed by Rebecca Sonnenschein, who was also an executive producer for the show. Based on Daniel Powell and Mark Solinger's podcast, Archive 81 follows Dan, a conservator working on a set of HI-8 tapes for a mysterious institution named LMG. When Dan moves to a research campus to continue his work, he unintentionally ends up involved with a mysterious cult. One of the most bingeable series on Netflix, Archive 81 can keep anyone glued to the screen. Each episode poses a new question to keep viewers awake at night. Shocking and strange, it's a classic horror story that defies expectations at every turn. This series got a 7.3 rating on IMDb. It was released on Netflix on January 14, 2022.
Opie is one.
Please find me.
Number 5. Marianne. Marianne is a French horror streaming television series created and directed by Samuel Bowden, written by Bowden and Quoc Dang Tran. When Emmelar Simon, a successful horror writer, returns to her childhood town, she realizes that her stories, inspired by her nightmares, are real. This revelation puts her in the path of Marianne, the demon who haunts her town. Sadly, Marianne was cancelled after its first season in January 2020. However, it's a self-contained story, even if it set the stage for its unrealized second season. Easily one of the scariest shows on television, Marianne is aimed squarely at horror fans' hearts. This series got a 7.4 rating on IMDb. It was released on September 13, 2019 on Netflix. Number 4. The Haunting of Bly Manor. The Haunting of Bly Manor is an American Gothic romance drama miniseries created by Mike Flanagan. Based on Henry James' The Turn of the Screw, The Haunting of Bly Manor tells the story of Danny Clayton, an au pair who's haunted by her own ghosts before she moves into an isolated haunted mansion, watching and educating two abandoned children. Here, Danny confronts both her own past and the many apparitions in the manor. The Haunting of Bly Manor has its fair share of scare jumps and ghosts. However, this is only the tip of the iceberg. This series is also a great gothic love story. It embodies everything that fans love about Mike Flanagan's work. It's a horror project, but it's also a reflection on humanity. This series got a 7.4 rating on IMDb. It was released on October 9, 2020 by Netflix. Number 3. Midnight Mass. Midnight Mass is an American Gothic supernatural horror streaming television miniseries created and directed by Mike Flanagan. Zach Gilford stars in Midnight Mass as Riley Flynn, a young man who returns to his hometown after a time in prison. Flynn wants to rebuild his life with his community, but a strange new priest called Father Paul arrives, effectively changing the status quo in this small island town. Like all of Flanagan's series, Midnight Mass plays with viewers' expectations. It leads them to the truth through incredible acting and a fantastic script. Only 7 episodes long, it's a dark meditation on religion, community, and the price of immortality. This series got a 7.7 rating on IMDb. It was released on Netflix on September 24, 2021, and received positive reviews.
I am so glad that you will be with us for what comes next.
Number 2. The Fall of the House of Usher. The Fall of the House of Usher is an American Gothic horror drama television miniseries created by Mike Flanagan. In 2 weeks, Pharma mogul Roderick Usher loses his 6 children in horrifying circumstances, right in the middle of a corruption and negligence trial. The Fall of the House of Usher follows the circumstances that lead to these tragedies, with a mysterious woman, Verna, stalking the family since the patriarch was a young man. Based on Edgar Allan Poe's works, especially its homonym short story, The Fall of the House of Usher sets the ground for many mysteries from the very first episode. Witnessing the demise of the Usher family has a morbid charm to it, but it also invites viewers to reflect on human nature, which is always incredible. This series got a 8.1 rating on IMDb. It premiered on Netflix with all 8 episodes released at once on October 12, 2023.
May it rest in peace.
Number 1. The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House is an American supernatural horror drama streaming television miniseries created and directed by Mike Flanagan. A happy family of 7, the Cranes, moves into a storied old mansion, planning to flip it. While they're there, the mother and the youngest daughter are haunted by paranormal experiences that lead to tragedy. 26 years later, after Nell's death, the adult siblings reunite and try to deal with their collective past. Anyone enjoying the Flanagan-verse can agree that The Haunting of Hill House is one of Flanagan's best series. The show is scary enough, but it also makes a point of delivering a proper story full of compelling characters. In many ways, the series feels like a metaphor for dysfunctional familial relationships, so viewers may even relate to the characters. This series got a 8.8 rating on IMDb. It premiered on Netflix on October 12, 2018.
Really bad dream. Of course I'd wake you.
So, those are the best 10 horror series on Netflix you need to watch. We hope this video is useful for you. If there are additional films that you find interesting to watch, please add them in the comments column below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and turn on the bell so you can be notified when we upload a new video.